Please make it easier to call you. I let myself give up.
The tradition of me doing afternoon check-ins with my little snicky snack has returned, and so welcome to a new Week in the Life video. Hi, my name is Anna. I am a mental health clinician at Juvie, at Youth Detention Center, Jail for Incarcerated Adolescent Males, and I'm a baby social worker, graduated with my MSW in May, and there's the whole journey and everything documented on my channel, so go watch those videos after you get done with this one. But chicken nuggets and Sweet Baby Ray's for our afternoon snack. You remember when I stopped my last vlog and I was like, my plan is to vlog on Saturday, but we know sometimes just rest days happen, and so plan is Saturday, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I took a rest. I did vlog over the weekend, but it probably would have made about a 5-minute video, which just is not what we're going for. Like, I just don't want to waste your time at that point, and so everything I talked about over the weekend will be included in this video. Don't you worry. You still get every little dark crook and carry. Am I having a stroke? You still get every little dark crook and cranny of my life. Today was a good day at jail, despite it being Monday on the calendar. I call it my Friday because I have Tuesday and Wednesday off. I worked the weekend, Tuesday and Wednesday. I actually have both days off this week. This is the first time in a while that I've had more than one day off, just like with how the days have been lining up. So I definitely am excited for that. I will work my second job, and starting next week, my second job really picks up, so I'm gonna have to do some prep too, but I also will have time to hang out and chill, which is incredible. Before hang out and chill time though, today was a really good day at jail. I had 2 sessions, both of which went really well, and both of which I was therapeutically proud of myself in. I had some crisis management to deal with that, again, I think went well. Crises couldn't necessarily be avoided. However, I do feel like the establishment of rapport continued while having to correct some behaviors. What else did I do? I talked to a parent for a really long time, which was cool because it's just good whenever parents really care and like you get to be kind of like on the same team as them as their child is going through the time that they're going through. So it was draining in the moment. Like, I felt very emotionally drained after parent contact, more so than even than I did with the sessions. But I, again, think that it went really well. So lots of good things. I started yesterday, have that in reference. Yesterday I started, so I read all of this. My first horror book ever, Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. It's my book club book of the month, but I don't get to go to my book club this month because I am, say it with me, going to be in jail. So I figured I'd still read it because it's outside of my comfort zone, and I actually really liked it so far. I really am a weenie when it comes to scary things, like when things are horrific or thrilling or suspenseful. I really can be a weenie about that. But honestly, I think maybe I've grown up a little bit, and so I need to give myself more of a chance, because this technically is a horror, but I really have liked it so far. Granted, I haven't gotten to what I think will be the scariest parts of it yet. I feel like it's really building, but basically, bells that ring themselves, record players that turn on and play to empty rooms, ghosts that climb out of wardrobes. Maggie Holt doesn't believe in these things, even though they are the details of the story that made her family famous. 25 years ago, she and her parents, Ewan and Jess, moved to Bainbury Hall, a rambling Victorian estate in the Vermont woods. They spent 20 days there before fleeing in the dead of night, an ordeal Ewan later recounted in a horror memoir, House of Horrors. His tale of ghostly happenings and encounters with malevolent spirits became a worldwide phenomenon, rivaling the Amityville horror in popularity and skepticism. Maggie has lived her life in the shadow of her father's book, so when she inherits Bainbury Hall after his death, she returns to renovate the house to prepare it for sale. However, her homecoming is anything but warm. People from her past, chronicled in House of Horrors, lurk in the shadows, and locals aren't thrilled that their small town has been made infamous thanks to Maggie's father. Even more unnerving is Bainbury Hall itself, a place filled with relics from another era that hint at a history of dark deeds. As Maggie experiences strange occurrences straight out of Ewan's book, she starts to wonder if what he wrote was more fact than fiction. So I'll be reading and eating my chicken nuggets until further notice.
So I can drown the thought of what I don't wanna think of right now. I gave in to your sense of direction, and you just walked all over me.
This was such a good book. And I did get a little spooked at times, but I handled it. I was okay. And it was twisty and turny. And what I really liked is that I feel like sometimes with books that are, like jaw-dropping twists and stuff, I'll see it coming. And in this one, I thought I saw it coming, and then I didn't. It proved me wrong. And then like we were on this new track of the plot, and I thought I saw it coming again, and I did, but they tricked me. And I just feel like I've been taken on a journey. And so it took me less than 2 days to finish that that 384-page book, and I'm sitting here now at 9:35, haven't eaten breakfast, haven't done anything for the day, haven't planned my day, and was just sitting here and reading, which I guess is good. Like that's a good day off. That's a lot better of a day off than last week's day off. So, Home Before Dark, Riley Sager. I think it came out in 2020, but it was really good. I've mentioned for a couple weeks now that I rearranged my room, and I never remembered to actually show, so have a little bit of grace because there's still just kind of stuff sitting around, but there's 3 major changes in my bedroom. First off, it totally is rearranged. So now whenever you walk in, the bed is by the window, which I get is kind of irregular. However, this way I feel like we have the most use of space that is not the bed, and both of our nightstands can fit, and honestly, I don't hate it by the window. Second change is this dresser that I got on Prime Day and built myself, showed in last week's vlog, but it is part dresser, which is incredible because Zach and I share this tiny little closet, and so it's just gotten quite full in here, and so it's nice to have some drawers to split up some clothes. But then also I've been using the dresser as a standing desk. Actually, I've only done it once, so I don't know why I'm saying I have been. I got the dresser with the intent of being able to use it as a standing desk whenever I teach online, because up until this point, I've for the most part just been sitting on the floor in my room, and I sit in our room because our office space is the loft upstairs, which doesn't have a door or a wall. It's not an enclosed space. And so whenever I'm teaching, I don't want to have to make Zach and Jason not be in the living room and the kitchen and be quiet and everything. So I teach in our room, but up until this point, I've just been using my nightstand as a desk, just sitting on the floor and having stuff, and it just didn't quite work. This dresser is definitely not perfect. It's not the most comfortable thing, and even though I looked up proper standing desk inches, it is shorter than I think I would actually prefer it to be, but it's a lot better than sitting on the floor. And I can always stack books under my laptop to make it a little bit taller. So it definitely works for me. The other change, maybe you noticed, are Zach and I installed these curtains. They are blackout curtains, so they're not the most beautiful things in the world, but we did have a new source of light installed outside of our window a few months ago at this point, and it's just been kind of bright in our room since then at night, even with the blinds and everything, because we never actually installed curtains, and now we're gonna be here for 11 more months, and so might as well have a dark room. I also feel it just makes everything look a little bit more homey, to have curtains up. It is forcing me to be more purposeful about actually opening the curtains and opening the blinds whenever I wake up. Obviously I didn't today because like I said, I just got my day started because I was entranced by that book, but it gets so dark in here. Let me show you. You ready for the lights to get turned off? Okay, it doesn't look that dark. It doesn't look that dark because the camera adjusted, but it's bright daylight outside, and so usually that would mean that this room is just regular, but now it's dark. So those are all my home renovations in the past 2 weeks or so. I feel like we have removed into a place, even though we've been here for 13 months now, but feeling good. The other thing that I need to do today is I got a dress for being a bridesmaid in my sister's wedding that's coming up in September. She did it pretty cool where she's not having a specific bridesmaid's dress. She just kind of gave a vibe and a color scheme, and then is letting everyone just pick your own dress because then you're most likely to wear it again. But the dress came in and I'm quite intrigued and really hoping that it fits as well. I got it from Baltic Born, so if we end up liking it, link it. It's a lot of fabric going on here. Oh, it's fully a wrap dress. You put this on a robe. Okay, ready? So obviously I wouldn't wear a sports bra with it, but I do think I really like this. It did take me a second to figure out how to tie it, and I will also need to get heels that make me taller, because honestly quite taller, because I'm kind of tripping over the end there, but that kind of happens when you're 5'3" sometimes. They had it in multiple colors. I forget the other colors. This one's a burnt orange. I think they also had a dark green, and the sizing's pretty versatile since it's just a wrap, so you just tie it as tight as you need it, essentially. My dishwasher is running under use, so I hope that doesn't affect the audio too much, but I was actually just editing a video of mine and saw myself taking a shot and was like, I should have some fun beverages in today. So another Suja shot. After this one I only have 2 left, which is so sad, but this one's the vitamin D and zinc shot, and then let's see what kind of juices it's mixed with. Pineapple, apple, raspberry, so it should taste fine. A little bit of ginger. Okay, cheers. That was really pleasant. A little bit of ginger zing, but not too much where I'm like dying right now. I was a fan of that. I don't know what vitamin D and zinc does for me, to be quite honest, but sure, it's something. And then I think I showed this in another video, but I haven't actually drinking it yet, but a.bea.s sparkling probiotics drink, lemon and cayenne. That's gonna be my other fun beverage as I sit down and continue editing. I have the dishwasher going right now. I have the washer going right now because per usual, I have to do laundry, just like everybody else in the world does, but laundry. Got a candle going so it smells good in here. I cleaned off the kitchen counter. I haven't wiped it down yet. And I did clean and organize our spices cabinet. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Okay, it's really organized and clean. I have the third load of laundry going, and I just made a little strawberry, banana, and mango smoothie because we had some strawberries and some mangoes that we got last time when we went grocery shopping that are kind of on their way to being overripe. So this was my little like, oh, I'll just get rid of everything that's about to go bad, but like it's a good smoothie. And I actually did it, I just did the fruit and ice and then this watermelon bubbly because I was like, well, maybe that'll taste good. I have some, not all of it fit inside the smoothie thing, but I've just been doing computer work, to be honest. I've mentioned this kind of in passing, but I haven't like fully mentioned it, but Zach is currently in the process of applying to med school. And so I act like this is gonna be like hours that I've dedicated to this, not for real, but he's been in the middle of doing secondary applications for med school. And so they do it where there's like a common application and you pick which schools you send it to and have to like pay to send it to all of them. And I forget how many he applied to. Under 10, over 5. That's how many he applied to. I don't remember exactly. And you send them your primary application and then you either get invited or don't get invited to do secondary applications. And so he's been in the middle of doing secondary applications because it's on a rolling basis, but obviously like you want to get it in kind of as quick as you can. And so I've been editing his secondary application essays for him because like all of them have, it's like 10 short answer essays, but it's the kind of essays where it's hard to keep it as short as they need to be. Like whether it's, some of them are 1,500 words, some of them are 1,000 characters. So it's just, it varies, but I've been spending a lot of time editing those for him because that's a big step for him. And obviously these applications are exciting to do and everything. So I've been spending some time doing that today. I feel like I haven't mentioned that in the vlogs, even though it's probably been like the past 2 weeks when I get home from work and stuff. He'll have some essays that he typed like during the day that I'll just like read over because it's always good to have that second brain looking at it just in case, you know, in case anything needs to be refined or if he needs help like cutting things out or something like that. So I've been up to that. All I ever do anymore, I feel like, is plan, but it's because I just never want anything to, you know, fall under. I want things to be well planned, and so I've been planning future video ideas, and I've been planning like upcoming deadlines I need to meet, and I've been planning even like workouts since my schedule is about to pick up a lot next week and I won't be able to work out in the afternoon anymore. I'll have to start doing morning workouts again if I'm going to work out, so lots going on. But pretty soon I'll take a break to actually go work out now. But I think it's been a good chill rest day. I'm feeling good, and I'm also glad that I got quite a few things like checked off the to-do list, even though they're not all the way done. Like the laundry still needs to get put away and stuff, but just the fact that it's in cycle means that tomorrow, whenever I have that day off, it'll be even more so just like able to chill, which is really exciting.
I just wanna be ready for the summer. I just wanna be ready for the summer. I just wanna be ready for the summer. Summer, summer, summer. I just wanna be ready for the summer. I just wanna be ready for the summer. I just wanna be ready for the summer.
Happy Wednesday. I'm having a dilemma in that I have a haircut coming up on, I forget exactly which day. It's coming up in the next couple of weeks though. And for the longest time in my head, I was like, I want to cut my hair kind of short again because it's been a while since I've done it. Not like super, but maybe like here or so. So I was like, oh, that would be fun. Switch it up again. And I was getting so sick and tired of my long hair because you have to brush it all the time. You have to wash it and it's such a hassle. Like it's hot on my neck and everything. So I was like, I just want to chop it off, have a new fresh start. And then both yesterday and today I woke up and was like, wait, I love my hair. So I think this video is going to get posted even after I already get my hair cut. So I can't even ask for help deciding, but really having second guesses about deciding to cut it all off. Anyways, today's Wednesday, meaning it's another day off of jail, but I do teach tonight. And then I also have a bit of YouTube work that I would like to get done today, which is why I kind of sloshed on just a tad bit of makeup because I do think I'm going to film 1, maybe 2 videos today. I have the ideas planned, but I haven't like scripted out what I actually want to talk about in them. And I don't script like word for word, but you know, bullet points of like what to talk about so that I can make sure the videos are beneficial and everything. And that's the part that I have yet to do. And so gotta work a little bit fast, but it'll be okay. Go get some coffee, go get some breakfast. I haven't decided if I'm gonna work out or let today be a rest day just because I'm not feeling the greatest. And I'm trying to work out in ways that my body is wanting to each day. So today that could be like yoga or something. We'll just see. Or just go and like walking on the treadmill. That's what I've been doing quite a bit lately, like as of the past week, is walking on the treadmill and reading my book. For several days, I think 2 in a row this week, that's just what I did. Like I only walked on the treadmill and read my book, or like switched over to the elliptical, but still just cardio and reading. But then yesterday I actually did do another Sydney Cummings workout. I'm just slowly working my way through like one of her programs, not necessarily doing them every day like I had originally thought, but like the days that I need a workout to do, I'll do them, which has been really good. Yesterday, Zach and I went grocery shopping and we got 2 new coffees, vanilla and mocha, because we'd ran out of coffee. Oh wait, oh dang. We still have a little bit of our other coffee left. I feel like I can't start the new ones until I finish the old ones. Okay, I might have multiple cups today so that I can try the new ones. But we got new coffee that I'm excited about. I didn't even film it because I just downed it, but they had little individual slices of key lime pie for $1.49, and so I got that yesterday. They're having a lot on like various closeout sales. Don't get me wrong, the grocery price as a whole is still a lot more than it was a few months ago, but I keep being convinced by the little closeout sales where it's like, yes, I will get, yesterday we got 4 boxes of meatballs, for example, gluten-free meatballs. Yes, I will get 4 boxes of meatballs. Thank you, Kroger. Trying to think if there's anything else in the rundown of today. Jason's out of town. I don't think I've mentioned that yet. Jason is swimming in nationals, and one of his events is today. I don't know at what time, so I'm gonna look and see what time that is, and so I can live stream it and watch him, cheer him on as he's swimming. But he made cuts for nationals in 2 events actually. So one is today and one is on Friday of this week. But coffee time. I did it. I planned a video, little day in the life of a part-time content creator, so I'm about to go actually film that, but I'm pretty proud of myself for scripting it out. Just like I sat down and got it done, and I am trying to get videos ready again, like to be a little bit ready in advance again, just because August is going to be such a heck month with my second job, and then I'll be teaching Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights after work, so it's just less like free time, and I just don't want to feel overwhelmed. So kind of grinding with some sit-down videos because it's also been a second since I've done some like that, and those are typically the videos that people will find my channel through, are the ones that are searchable, like social work tips, what you really learn in social work, what I wish I knew about social work, like those kinds of videos definitely bring in YouTube search views, which then people stick around and stay. But they also are just helpful. But I very much feel like I'm a vlog girly. Those are the ones that bring me the most joy. But it is kind of fun, I feel like, to quote unquote teach through the sit down videos that I do. So that's why they've kind of been, honestly, why there's been more sit down videos recently is a lot because they are easier to prepare and to have in advance, because like vlogs happen in real time, in real life. I can't get a week in the life done in one day because it is a whole week, but these ones do provide that buffer while also providing some good beneficial content to the people, you know? Hello, I'm Anna. I am a social worker, and you are either considering social work work or you are already. There is something about filming videos that is so draining, and I guess part of it is most likely the talking for, usually it's about probably 40 minutes straight, and then knowing that there's this huge chunk of editing to do coming up for me. I feel like it just drained everything inside of me, but that's okay. I'm just gonna lay for a few minutes. It's 10:22 right now, so it's still very early in the day, and honestly I can probably get this video edited by today and then just not have to worry about it anymore. It is kind of nice with sit down videos. They are boring to edit, but not hard to edit. Like I can usually turn something else on, watch YouTube, watch TV. I don't know why I said that. I never watch TV. Watch YouTube while I'm editing. So it's not hard. It's just more boring than editing like vlogs or something like that. But I do think that this video was good, and I hope that it's helpful. That's what I feel like I'm always thinking whenever I make sit down videos like this, because it's like I'll have a list of topics and I'll pick from a topic that like kind of inspires me the most at that point, that I feel like I have the most to talk about. But then I always think like, oh, I'm gonna post this and it's not going to be helpful to anybody, which has not been the case thus far, but it is. Maybe that's imposter syndrome coming out. Is that what that is? I don't know, but I'm gonna get started on editing. I fully recognize that this is dramatic of me, but I did pack up a little load to bring with me over to the couch. The kitchen is literally right behind you, just a few steps away. But so that once I sit down for editing, I don't have to get up and disrupt myself. So I got my fun little beverages to keep me happy while editing. Little bubbly, sparkling water. And then I actually hadn't seen this one yet before. This is a Kavita probiotic drink, but it's sparkling probiotic lemonade. I've never seen them have lemonade before. So sounds good. I actually am genuinely excited for this. I got it yesterday at Kroger. I have a little Luna bar for a snack in case I get hungry. Chocolate coconut. And then I did want to show you, because I just remembered, I did start a new book yesterday when I was working out. So I'm just about 30 pages in right now, but this is the first book I've read that incorporates COVID in any kind of way. And so I'm kind of excited for it. And looking on Goodreads, a lot of my friends have rated it really high, but it's by Jodi Picoult, and I've liked some of her previous books before. But Diana O'Toole is perfectly on track. She'll be married by 30, done having kids by 35, and move out to the New York City suburbs, all while climbing the professional ladder in the cutthroat art auction world. She's an associate specialist at Sotheby's now, but her boss has hinted at a promotion if she can close a deal with a high-profile client. She's not engaged just yet, but she knows that her boyfriend Finn, a surgical resident, is about to propose on their romantic getaway to the Galapagos days before her 30th birthday, right on time. But then a virus that felt worlds away has appeared in the city, and on the eve of their departure, Finn breaks the news. It's all hands on deck at the hospital. He has to stay behind. You should still go, he assures her, since it would be a shame for all of their non-refundable trip to go to waste. And so, reluctantly, she goes. Almost immediately, Diana's dream vacation goes awry. Her luggage is lost, the Wi-Fi is nearly non-existent, and the hotel they booked is shut down due to the pandemic. And all of this I've gotten to in the first 30 pages. Like, everything that they just mentioned has happened in the first 30 pages. In fact, the whole island is now under quarantine, and Diana is stranded until the borders reopen. Completely isolated, she must venture beyond her comfort zone. Slowly, she carves out a connection with a local family when a teenage girl with a secret opens up to Diana despite her father's suspicion of outsiders. Pretty fun. So if I need an editing break, I might also pick that up. Let's time myself with the editing. It's 10:47 right now, so I'll probably be officially going by 10:55. Let's say that that's my start time. Whew, okay, and then transition when I'm done. Today is a workout at home type of day. That was actually really cool with that flip right there. No, so something that's not new to me, something that's old to me. You know I love Sydney Cummings workouts. That's what I've been doing probably since like the beginning of June now, pretty consistently, as Sydney Cummings workouts, because she has so many just like backlisted on her channel. And so honestly what I've been going through right now is her summer 2020 program, just because I remember doing it in summer 2020. So it's like a little TBT, like some of the workouts I remember, but obviously it all still feels like new stuff. But I haven't been doing it necessarily like day by day, in that some days I'll skip and do something else, or some days I'll do 2 of the workouts in one day just if I'm feeling kind of extra. And the 2 that I have lined up for today don't need gym equipment, and they're kind of 2 that I've like put off for a second, and so I figured I'll just kind of lump them together. One is a 30-minute body weight arms challenge, and then one is 30 minutes of yoga strong. And so we're gonna see how all that goes. I didn't stretch after my workout yesterday, and if you've been around for a while, you've probably heard me mention it a lot of times, but it has forever been a goal of mine to stretch more often, just because it's been something that I've been really bad at ever since I stopped dancing. Because whenever I would dance, it was just like forced into my weekly schedule to stretch, because I would like before and after every class, like in the middle, all of that, I'd be stretched out. But then afterward, after I quit dance, I was only lifting and just kind of forgot to ever really stretch. And so that's been a thing forever, that I've been so bad at stretching. So for the past couple of weeks, I have been better at it, but yesterday I didn't at all. And I think I'm feeling the effects of not stretching a lot more now, since I've been a little bit better at it in the past few weeks. And I just feel weird. So that's why I'm excited for the yoga one, excited for the arms one. But then something that's new to me is I'm trying to learn more about like the different phases of women's cycles, because that's honestly like, it's been TikTok that's been showing me stuff about that. But I do just find it interesting, and knowing that I can be more productive towards my like fitness and wellness by listening to my body and doing like low impact whenever it's better to do low impact, or doing like long easy cardio for whenever it's better to do that, and then like knowing which weeks and stuff it's best to do like power type workouts, I think in the long run is going to be a lot better for me. And so it's kind of just something that I'm trying out. But today is a low impact day, and so we'll see how it all goes. And I am excited too for working out at home, because it's been a while since I worked out here, and I like will blast music and just like have a good time in a different way than you do whenever you are in the gym in the presence of others. So looking forward to that. Oh, I didn't even tell you. So I edited for about 2 hours. I stopped at about 1 p.m., started close to 11, stopped at 1, and I got all of the rough cuts and like the video part done and like background music and all of that. But all I have left is to write the little, not headers, but you know, the little like graphics that sometimes I'll put on the screen in the middle. I have to write those and insert those into the video, which for this one will take a little bit longer. So I've just kind of put it off. So I'm gonna get my workout in so that it doesn't feel pressed for time later. I still need to prep the content for today's class, because I keep putting that off till the day of, and I actually do need to prep today because it's different than stuff that I've done before. But I'm feeling really good about today. I think the hugest difference honestly is having 2 days off in a row instead of just one, like having a true weekend's length of time. Because you know, last week whenever I just had Wednesday off, it was like I had to fit all of my reset routine errand chore type things into the day, while also that was my only day to have like actual recharge rest, which just doesn't work out. And so it was nice that yesterday I was able to do the laundry, the dishes, vacuum, that kind of stuff. And so today it's more like stuff I want to get done and also time to rest, and it's so much better. So more of this in the future. I'm gonna try to do more of this. Alright, it is 6 p.m., so we'll go ahead and get going. Welcome to class number 3. I hope you all had a great week, but so that I know that you're here, go ahead and drop in the chat something that happened in your week. Whether good, bad, neutral, something fun you did. I just finished teaching. If you see all my books and setup over there, it went well. It was kind of draining this week, but just because it's like standing and talking for so long and being attentive for so long. So not at all the worst thing in the world, but definitely draining. Switched around so I wouldn't be facing the darkness. But I have laundry that I'm gonna put away before getting to bed, but I'm honestly gonna try to get to bed pretty soon because, as I've mentioned, I'm going to be starting to teach a lot more nights during the week. It's actually starting next week. It's Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights, meaning that my fun workout routine that has been going really well for me, working out in the evenings, will not be able to continue on those days anymore. And so my plan is, because I don't want to sacrifice working out, because it's, you know, a good goal that I've had for myself and good coping skill that I have for myself, so I'm going to start to try to work out in the mornings again. I used to be a morning workout girly and I just stopped being that, and we're gonna try it out again. But I figured I would just start this week whenever I can, like wake up early like that, work out in the morning, go to work, and then just chill after work, which I do think will be good to have like all of those hours after work. I think that'll feel really nice. But I'm just gonna start trying to wake up earlier starting now, so that come next week it won't just be this like huge shock to my system. The part that kind of bums me out about it is I feel like I've gotten into a really good routine that works for me, with like sleeping from, it's been about 9:45 to 6:15 on the dot, and I've been waking up at 6:15 every morning, to the point that if I don't set alarms anymore, like on the days that I've been off, I'll still be waking up at 6:15. And I am definitely much more well rested whenever I'm on a routine like that. So I know it'll just be a little bit of an adjustment period getting into my new sleep schedule and new routine, which is fine. Like obviously everything needs an adjustment period, but I just feel bummed that I like finally have this really good routine that's been really working for me, and I'm about to have to screw it up. But it's only going to be for 1 month, and I'm not going to sign up for this many classes at a time in the future is my goal. So it'll just be 4 weeks of doing that. And then as of right now, there's no times in the future that it'll be like that. So, but yeah, between working out and now, I just showered, I sat down, kind of prepped for class, made dinner, just had meatballs and like spaghetti sauce, and put some pasta with it that I actually didn't get to finish all of it before class. I think I am gonna go eat some of that right before bed. That feels weird. Put all this laundry away, and next time you see me, it'll be somewhere in the 5 a.m. range. Oh gosh.
Have you ever felt his fingertips sending shivers down your spine? It's enough to make you lose your sense, enough to make you lose your mind. There's magic in the way he moves, always steady, ever wild. And all this heartbreak he holds close, and feel it in the way he sigh.
I don't know exactly which day after work little checkups became snack chats, but today I have some jumbo Cheez-Its, jumbo goldfish joining us for our post-work Thursday check-in chat. Today was busy, lots of paperwork. We had 2 meetings, our little regular interdisciplinary one, and then just another one to sat through. I saw 1 kid just for an initial session. It was busy. And honestly, the whole rest of my day was like paperwork and figuring out what kind of paperwork I need to do, and all paperwork to benefit the youth, but I don't know. It was just busier than I was expecting it to be honest. And I feel like tomorrow's gonna be that way too, because quite a few kids came in, and so there's quite a few assessments to do, and I don't think any of them got done today because everyone was busy, and so tomorrow there's gonna be a lot to get done. Something I do like about working out in the morning is now I feel like I can just sit here and chill. I'm gonna finish editing the video that I filmed, what was that, yesterday? Just to get that done and kind of get that ready to go. I need to make a thumbnail for the video that's coming up on Sunday, because one just posted. Today's Thursday, so one just posted, but the one coming up for Sunday isn't quite ready yet, and I like to always have them ready a few days in advance just in case. So I really imagine my night's mostly gonna be sitting here on this couch doing computer work, and then hopefully reading if I get the chance, or like stretching. I don't know what's gonna be for dinner. I feel like this is just like the most average check-in after work. It was a busy day, but I wasn't necessarily stressed. It was just had to make sure nothing fell through the cracks, and I already have like a 7-item to-do list going into tomorrow, and that's assuming that nothing occurs overnight that I'll need to address whenever I get there tomorrow. And my to-do list doesn't even include any of the assessments that are going to be done, so it was entering my work week with a bang. We'll say that. How about that? I really don't have time for this and I need to leave. But little OOTD, don't you worry, I'll be putting a cardigan on. It's just in the car right now. But I have jeans that I got from Target in 2014, a shirt that I got from American Eagle in 2016, and I actually did my makeup a little bit more. You really can't even tell, a little bit more than usual. It's such a weird feeling going into a day knowing that it's probably going to be pretty crazy, but everything will be okay. Like, it's fine. I know my to-do list is already long and I haven't even added on the new things that will have popped up overnight. So good riddance. I feel like when you see me at the end of the day, I'll look like I got hit by a truck. We'll see though. Fingers crossed for something good.
I'll be awake for an hour or two, but for now.
No one looks like they got hit by a train, which is good, or a truck. I forget what I said. Or did I say I was gonna get out of the war zone? I forget which analogy I used this morning about what I thought I was gonna look like leaving work, but it really was okay. It was a chill day. It was totally fine. The assessments got done. I did one and I learned of one I'm gonna have to do on Monday, but like overall, I feel like an anticlimactic end to the week. That being said, I do work this weekend and Monday and Tuesday, and then I'll have Wednesday off, but that's a whole nother work week story that we will get into whenever that one gets posted. But overall, thanks for joining me for another week. Once again, at the end, I can't remember a single thing that we did this week, so I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if so, go ahead and subscribe, obviously. Thank you. And I'll see you next time.